Republicans are increasingly going on the offensive on the border crisis as the 2024 campaign really starts to heat up. The pro-Ron DeSantis super PAC, Never Back Down, releasing a brand new ad that will air in the early voting states of Iowa and New Hampshire. Take a look.
America's border is a war zone. Armed incursions, human trafficking, death. The only candidate fighting to secure our border now is the only candidate who served in a war zone, Ron DeSantis.
Yeah, so have you seen this play out yet? Joining us now is national political reporter for The Hill, Julia Manchester. Julia, you just wrote an article on this very ad. I read it at 0:30 this morning, right when I got to the office. Pretty strong visuals here with mass migrant crossings, human trafficking. You have a skull at one point, all in sepia tone, which makes the message a bit more haunting. What do you make of the timing of this ad? What's the strategy here?
Yeah, look, Marky, this comes as Republicans and some Democrats are growing more critical or voicing their criticism against the Biden administration on their policy on the U.S. southern border. This is something that Republicans have been hitting the Biden administration on for months, years now. But now you're starting to see the real weak spots in the border policy showing when you have other Democrats like New York City Mayor Eric Adams hitting the Biden administration over these policies. Now, Ron DeSantis himself has been very critical and vocal about the situation at the southern border, even playing a role in moving some of those migrants to democratically run cities. And we do know that last week he even said, and he's said this throughout his campaign, but said it probably most strongest last week, he said that he would be willing to put the U.S. military at the southern border. So I think his comments and this ad really paint a picture of what's happening at the southern border in his eyes as something that's very urgent.
And Julia, when I was watching this ad this morning, I kept thinking to myself just about the voters and how this would be received by them. Because as you and I both know, there are a lot of Americans, particularly Republicans, who are worried about border policies and really a lack thereof. But is it futile to think that most Americans would make their presidential choice based on the border when polls show that inflation, the economy, those things continue to be Americans' top concern?
Yeah, so inflation and the economy tend to be a top priority for voters when they go to the ballot box. That being said, though, the border is not far behind on that priority list. In fact, we see that voters are continuing to put the border as a top 3 priority in many polls. And last cycle, I would say that a lot of voters ended up putting the issue of abortion front and center when they went to cast their ballots at the ballot box, making it a top priority. So it goes to show that even though the economy and inflation are a top priority, there are other issues like the border and abortion policies that are in way related to the economy and inflation, and that other issues can also play a role in how these voters make their decisions.
Yeah. Well, Julia, it'd be interesting to see, on the border crisis, would there even be enough Republican voters who would break with former President Trump on the matter? It's a very interesting ad. Thank you so much for breaking it down. Appreciate your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.